go forth and kill them all.
Wagwan, Wagwan, right back at you with another one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Shout out to my girl, Miss Pink Book Lessons. She has some things to say. I have some things to say. And then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. All y'all crashing out over this snap in Section 8. Y'all must didn't pay attention. Y'all must didn't listen. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. And let's get this work. Last time that I checked.
To empty your mind. Be formless.
Not 8 in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility to take care of my kids.
Bitch, you need to grow the fuck up with your irresponsible ass.
Fuck you mean your kids having 8 in 5 days? Your kids just ate this damn morning. It is your responsibility to take care of you and your children.
Trump done cut them food stamps off.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling.
Once again, Trump didn't say anything. I got a clip towards the end that's going to shut all this shit down.
Kids, don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more.
So they say 2 million is getting cut off this month for the scamps. I'm about to go find out if I'm in that number, in that ratio.
I want to highlight this. It's the same type of individuals saying the same type of thing, looking the same type of way, coming from the same type of housing background. You notice that? It's the same. They all saying the same things. They all look alike. They all coming from the same housing background. I mean, y'all the ones that's crashing out. For what? Over nothing. Evidently, y'all wasn't paying attention.
I have not received no food stamps. My disability check is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken
Bullshit.
care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
This fool just said it's everybody else's responsibility to feed her kids. No, ma'am. That would be your responsibility along with the men you had them with. Not everybody else. The entitlement is real. These people really lost their minds.
Better go talk to Pookie and Ray Ray and Larry and them, who you let beat them cheeks up for financial assistance. But that's beside the point.
Because they stay pushing out babies when they can't afford them. And the men they're risking their lives for to have these babies, they can't afford them either. They're out here getting multiple women pregnant because they're all having babies by the same man. You know they can't figure out how to have.
And also, let me address the men on this one. Stop dropping your seed everywhere. Some cheeks ain't meant to be clapped. I'm going to highlight that. Yeah, I'm getting in y'all too a little bit. Because some of y'all are the ones to blame too. Because it takes two. Some of you men out there need to be careful in how you stick and move.
Have one family, they keep running around creating broken homes. They'll get one woman to have his child, then on the other side of town, they have another idiot who's willing to push out another baby for him, even after they saw him create another broken home. Just plain stupid. Anyway, he'll put a baby on her too. Then she's stuck playing sister wife with the mother of his other children, and they're just all sitting there playing dumb games together. The bigger problem is after they do all that and they make all these silly dumb decisions, they go run down to daddy government begging for housing and food and start fussing, yelling, and cussing when they don't get the money they want from taxpayers to take care of all these children that they decided to create when they had no business doing this in the first place. Why? Because they had no money to provide for them. I mean, people are crashing out on social media over food stamps. The government shutdown is jeopardizing benefits for millions, including all these baby mamas getting hundreds of dollars on food stamps every month. One thing about it, this food stamp gravy train is definitely being jeopardized by the shutdown.
It is official. November 1st, as we know, it was moved up in order to be receiving or to be eligible for your SNAP, EBT, food stamps, coupones. You need to be working 80 hours a month.
If you have limbs and you able to work, what's wrong with that? I can understand if you're disabled. If you're disabled, you ain't got to worry about it. You will not be affected. If you're a military vet, don't worry about it. You won't be affected. But if you are able to work, but you are just lazy, that's a problem.
Volunteering or be enrolled in school in order to be eligible or to keep your SNAP EBT benefits. They moved it up to November 1st. I said this in my other video last week. I just watched it on the news again. They are not playing. It is about to get real gangsta.
November 1st, I want y'all to leave a comment if y'all receive benefits. And when November 1st come, because I know a few people who receive benefits and they're not worried about it because they know what's going on. They know about the different programs that they do offer that each state you have access to. You just have to do your research. You just have to do the footwork. But they do offer different programs for single households and married households. There's programs that they offer.
So don't wait until November 1st. If you are not working and you are an able body, figure it out like today.
So yeah, if the government shutdown continues, they won't begin their stamps on the 1st, and that's everybody. But even before this shutdown, a lot of people started getting kicked off the food stamp program, or they got their benefits reduced since Trump started rolling out these new policies, reducing food stamps for a lot of them, or placing new guidelines on recipients like the work requirements.
I'm pissed the off. They cut my mother food stamps to $85 from $738. How the that's supposed to support a household of 3.
When you talk stupid, stupid gets talked right back at you.
For a job that barely even support my basic needs now. Like inflation is high and the groceries is high-ish.
She said a family of 3. So we already know that's her with 2 kids. How much you want to bet she already knew she couldn't afford groceries, rent, and everything else before she even had those kids? Yeah, how much you want to bet that was the plan from the beginning? To have these babies and use them to get benefits to support herself.
And use the government and abuse the situation. See, some folk be like, Big Truck, why you banging on some women like that? I ain't got to bang on them. They expose themselves, especially when you sit back and you listen to them talk. I call the shit out as I see it. When you try to take advantage and get over on the government, the shit will come back on you. Okay? It's okay for you to do. But when it's being done to you, or when this shit backfires, now you have a problem.
This is how they set themselves up, trying to set everybody else up.
I'm pissed off, like I'm mad because how the am I supposed to survive off debt? So when y'all see me in the mother store stealing stuff in my mother bed, nicely act like you don't see and mind your mother business, because it's going in my mother bag and I'm walking out this mother store with my mother chest up and my head held.
Stop it. And a lot of y'all is getting attention, doing all this shit for TikTok attention, for Instagram attention, for YouTube attention. All y'all doing that shit for attention. Y'all ain't about that life. Y'all ain't gangster like that. Y'all just talking shit. Stop it. And looking at your facial micros and body language, a lot of y'all ain't serious about the shit you saying.
And I dare you to try to tell me, hey, ma'am, excuse me, because I'm going to look at you like you retarded and say, go talk to Trump about that.
I don't know, but it's looking like winter is here because not only do you have the government shutdown impacting benefits, you have the people who already saw reductions before the shutdown. And to add to that, you have women out here scamming other women, stealing their food stamps from their food stamp card. You know, like credit card fraud and the credit card scammers. You have these girls out here scamming EBT cards.
Somebody stole $900 off my food stamp card from Philadelphia at 1 in the morning. How can they even do it?
When it comes to the food stamp card, I will have to say they have what you call a rollover, meaning whatever you don't spend within that month will roll over for the next month, and you get what you would normally get. So they do have that. I just wanted to highlight that. Who work for the county and have access and stealing like that, don't get me wrong, they be coming up. But it's wrong because you're stealing from someone else's household. Now that is fucked up. That is wrong.
I spent $200 off my car yesterday. I wake up this morning to check my $900 is gone off my car house from different stores in Philadelphia. Then my kids don't got. I was just trying to buy for yesterday. I bought like 3 meals and a couple things for my kids, and I was saving the rest on my card just to keep going back and forth to the store, so we won't run out of food like we usually do if I buy everything in one walk. Now it made me feel like I should just bought everything while I was in the store, because now all of it's gone. No.
Y'all want to know why I can't work?
Yeah.
I can't work because I have kids.
And
Not that I don't want to work. I want to work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system. I moved to a completely new state.
you have no support system. And you move to a new state. It better not be California.
All of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that.
My thing is, you have available childcare, you have access, and you keep spitting out these babies. Where's the father?
Where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations. No, I'm gonna continue to do what's best for me and my children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine.
Even the baby agrees because you hear him in the background. I think he's tearing up something. You go check on your baby because it sounds like he's tearing up something. And I hear the baby in the background. It kind of sounds like the baby saying you full of shit.
God is on my side.
Yeah, so God is on her side, sitting around having all these children with no husband. I can't. The most likely people to rebel against God's word every day stay running around acting like God is on their side while they're straight up ignoring everything he told them to do. Absolutely crazy.
And that's all that matters.
See?
So now when things change.
You see? Baby telling you full of shit. Baby tearing up something. You need to go check on him and see what he's doing. You need to go check and see what little Latavius is doing.
When I can find secure childcare that I trust,
He tearing some shit up.
and my child and me are ready for her to go to daycare,
what is Latavius
then hey,
doing?
when my kids, when I can get my kids in the after school YMCA program to open that availability, then hey. But until then,
See, that's why you
Being a
looking
mother
at
just doesn't allow me to work right now, and I'm doing what's best for me and mine. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But just remember, we could all be in my shoes.
No,
Any day, anytime. Love y'all.
Have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. You. In this economy, have as many kids that you can afford to take care of. They are cutting food stamps. They are cutting Medicaid. They are reducing Section 8. Have enough kids that you can take care of. If you need any type of subsidies or government assistance already and you have children, please reconsider having more children. Please just do some research. Look at what's going on in the media. Look at what's going on in the news. I need you to be aware of everything that is going on.
A large number of individuals refuse to pay attention to what's going on in the news media because they're so asphyxiated on what someone said. And instead of looking into things, they just look at it and take it and go ballistic and start a damn wildfire.
Decide to bring another child into this world. And I'm not bashing anybody that gets any type of government assistance. I'm just saying the programs are being cut. People on this app are saying they are getting $60 in food stamps, eliminating food stamps, and now they can't feed their children. Have enough kids that you can afford to take care of. Don't bring no baby in this world relying on the government's help. The government said you on your own, big dog.
If you need subsidies and assistance to take care of kids, or if you need money from everybody else besides the two parents that made that child, then that means you can't afford those kids. This is my problem with people. And most of y'all can't afford children. At this point, you're looking at $500,000 over 18 years to raise a child today. Well, guess what? Most of y'all can't afford $500,000 kid. So you definitely can't afford 2 and 3 of them. Think about it. You can't even afford a $500,000 home loan spread out over 30 years. And y'all around here popping out kids left and right. This is crazy, especially if you already have kids. No man or no woman should be running around making kids if they can't even support themselves and they can't support what they already have in their current lifestyle. And that's the truth. I don't care if you like it or not.
This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that.
Now, there you have it. So be careful of what you hear on social media. She highlighted that. Those that receive benefits and it's coming directly to them. She highlighted that. Because you have folk that are getting government assistance illegally.
Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that.